In a moment, we're going to be talking about clairvoyancy, time traveling, intuition. Louise Houck joins us next on Coast to Coast AM.
Isn't he handsome?
Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody to the free age movement. Free age. Where energy is free. 2012. George Green. Shout out to Levi. Do you know you are more intelligent than what they say, more incredible than what they claim? Do you know you are more astonishing than what they say, way more promising than what they claim? Got a lot of choices and not a lot of time. There's not a lot of voices that are like mine. I can see it even though they really don't. I could be it if I really wasn't woke. Not a secret, this reality is known. I stand out in the crowd, illeon. My whole life I don't walk the hard road. No excuses, they don't care anymore. Paint the picture, see the image. I don't even understand why I did it. The money look good for a minute, until it's gone, then you right back in it. Oh well, that's life. Prevail or die. If God does exist, then why? Are we feeling like this inside? Do you know you are more intelligent than what they say, more incredible than what they claim? Do you know you are more astonishing than what they say, way more promising than what they claim? Success overnight, first class flights, sipping champagne as you glide through the skies. You wanna change, but it's hard to decide. Get the fella that it's all in the mind. In the ways who can say, what do I know? Entertain, let it stray with the blindfold. In the way, it's a game I don't like. Feel the pain, just create more strife. What I do, stay moving. What is truth? Confusion. No one really knows anymore. Too busy being self-absorbed. So I'm on my own now. Doing what I know how. Could you be the same way, too? You do the same thing. Do you know you are more intelligent than what they say, more incredible than what they claim? Do you know you are more astonishing than what they say, way more promising than what they claim?
What's your take, Louise, on deja vu? What do you think that is?
I think that's our spirit getting there before our physical body does. So we really get there before we get there. So when you have the feeling that you've been there before, you have. And there's a great story about astral projection. I think it was even done in a documentary on TV. And a woman in Scotland or Ireland kept leaving her body at night and going to this particular house. And she loved the house. And so for 2 years, she went around Ireland with a realtor trying to find the house. And finally they find it, and they walk up to the front door, and the owner comes to the door and looks at the woman and says, "It's her! It's the ghost!" So she'd been appearing as an apparition out of her body. So our light body goes everywhere. Our consciousness really is omnipotent, omnipresent. It is vast. And it's not time constricted. It's not locality limited. And she was actually visiting this place in her light body, and if she hadn't been cognizant of this that particular astral projection that she kept doing in her sleep, she might have felt deja vu going up to that house, like, oh, I got the feeling I've been here before, because she had. So I feel it's basically your spirit getting there before your physical body shows up.
Yeah, I do too. There's something very strange about that too. And do you believe in, hands-on healing or healing in general?
Absolutely. I think a healing, miracles, I think these wonderful things occur when one has no perception of separation, when they're totally in alignment. When there's no fear, and fear contracts us, it shuts us down. When there's a feeling of connectedness to a higher power, when we're out of our own way, out of the little self's way, and again, no perception of separation between ourselves and a higher energy. That's when a healing occurs. I've had that happen. I went into that state for about 3 weeks. It's happened 3 times for me, twice when I was feeling unbelievable, almost overwhelming gratitude, and a third time in a moment of absolute surrender. And I went into that consciousness. One time I was leading a retreat up in the mountains, and I had the group in meditation, and I'm staring at a beautiful pine tree, just feeling gratitude for the bigger picture and the universe doing this dance with us. And it just swept over me. And my body started pulsating. The light literally went swooshed around me and microwaved the tea in my cup. And my assistant took the cup, and the cup was cold and the tea was hot. It microwaved it.
Sure.
And I later went to lie down, and my assistant walked through to use the restroom. And on her way back, she said, "Oh, there you are." And she swore that I was not there. And I was on the bed meditating. But I think that the light literally zapped me, and I momentarily dematerialized.
That's very possible. We're going to come back and talk more with you, Louise. Plus, we'll take phone calls next on Coast to Coast AM.